Well, hello everyone, good evening and welcome to a Sunday night live stream. A very special event this, as a brand new esports league roars into life. So yeah, there was supposed to be a stream on Saturday with Motive Racing against another league in GT3 and GT4 classes. That was cancelled, unfortunately, and I was also due to do the Motive Racing Tier 2 race tonight, but with ongoing problems with Motive Racing, they decided to squish both the tiers together again, which is what we saw last week. But then half an hour before the event start, they decided to add another hour onto it. So instead of it starting at 6 o'clock, which I would just be able to squeeze in, it was set for 6 o'clock. That means me and a few others that are competing in this event tonight couldn't race at Motive Racing, and it is what it is. But we're here now. This is a brand new league that's being set up called TheSimZone's, and this is their first event on ACC. Jaguar versus Lamborghini battle around Monza, 75-minute race. We'll be joining the lobby in the best part of a minute. The server has now been restarted, so that's good. So as I scroll through Discord, I can try to find all the various information I need. Yeah, so it's Jaguar versus Lamborghini, or to be more precise, it's the ML3 Jaguar versus the Writer RX3 Lamborghini, which we have. I've got a white one, or I've got an orange and blue one, and I think we'll go with the orange and blue one. So we'll search for the server, which should be on here somewhere. That's TheSimZone's, and we'll jump straight in. It should be here. I think the driver's already kicking into place. Yeah, there's 5 minutes left, so that's fine. Okay, it's giving me a white one. I'm not too sure why. Kind of want that one. Can I have that one, please? Yes, thank you. Right, we can connect now. Password is this. And we're in. There we go. A load of messages coming in, just everyone's saying good luck to each other, of which I've done. And this will be interesting. So it's going to be 10 drivers racing a Jaguar and 10 drivers racing a Lamborghini. It's just for fun. It's sort of a pre-season special event that a load of drivers have been invited to, and I was one of them. Oh, that was loud. Yeah, and we're here now in the practice sessions. You can see might be a few cars are going to go out there. I'm not too sure what. I kind of need, if I can, to try and change how close I am. Don't think I can do that on here. General controls. It might be under controls. Don't think it is. I think we just have to get up and done with it. Okay, yeah, so we're in the Lamborghini then. I have got a setup which I can probably put on the car. There we go. Yeah, so this is the setup I'll be running. We'll bump an extra bit of fuel in there just for qualifying. It'll be starting in a couple of minutes. I've been working quite well with this setup for I did about 2 hours last night in open lobbies in Monza, just to see and basically have a base set up and then work on that. I'm probably not going to be that competitive around here. We did manage, I think, by the beginning of the night I was in the 53s, 1 minute 53s, and by the end of the night I was into the high 51s. So if all these people are in the 48s and 49s, I'm screwed. There are some people here that I've raced with before, Cosmic Mike, W on there as well, and a few others should be joining as well. It looks like, if we look through all here, we've got 9 of the Writer Engineering guys, and we've got 7 of the Jaguar guys so far, but a few more people should hopefully be joining. So this is a special event, as I said, that TheSimZone are putting together. I will be in the Tier 1 class once the season does kick off over the weekends. That's still a few weeks away until it's completely finalised. It's nice to be invited to this event, representing Lamborghini, as the Jaguar pulls out on the right hand side there. And yeah, this is basically this is the new league that I've been talking about. Now, when I was racing a couple of months ago at Paul Ricard with Motive Racing, and the lobby was screwed, barely anyone turned up, and it was a bit of a horror show. They're still having problems. A majority of the admin team got frustrated with the way the direction the league was going, and they split away, and they set up a TheSimZone. They've invited me to join, because I was talking to the owner about it. Or he approached me and said, would you be interested in joining? I said, yeah, sure, why not? And here we are now, and a few weeks later, being invited to the first event, Jaguar versus Lamborghini. So, yeah, This is it then. This is the Lamborghini that we're in. Very different handling car, as you could imagine, to the Porsche. The Porsche is very small, very light, rear-driven, rear-engined as well. The Lamborghini is a bit of a heavier car. It's a bit of a bigger car, mid-engined, driven through all four wheels. It's either a V10 or a V12. I can't quite remember the configuration behind it. It's very, very loud. It's very, very fast. I think in the Porsche down the main straight of Monza I'm hitting 154, 155 mile an hour. This is 166, 167 comfortably. So the Jaguar and the Lamborghini very, very fast in a straight line. We've got a few more people joining the lobby now. The practice session's over, even though some drivers are still going out there, and we'll head into the 10-minute qualifying session. And then we've got a 1 hour 15-minute race, so it's 75 minutes race around here. I believe the pit window is open for 35 minutes in the middle part of the race. You don't need to change tyres, you don't need to add fuel, but you do need to make a pit stop. So essentially, if you don't change tyres, add fuel, fix any damage on the car, you pull into the pit stop, you stop, you wait a couple of seconds, and then you go, and that's classed as your pit stop. But considering we're getting through nearly 4 litres a lap round here, I don't know what the fuel tank is, 130 maybe? 130. I mean, 120 litres is 30 laps. We're definitely going to be doing more than 30 laps around here. So yeah, we're all going to have to stop to make a pit stop, that is for sure, for fuel. So we just have to work out exactly what it's going to be. I mean, if it's 4 litres a lap, you're probably looking at 120, probably 145 litres, I think, to make the race. So maybe starting with, I don't know, 100 litres, seeing how we go, going long into the pit window stint, and then adding the fuel on afterwards. We'll just have to wait and see. So a few people still out on track. The session will end in the next minute or so, and it looks like that all 10 of the Reiter drivers are here. 8 of the Jaguars are, so we're still missing 2 Jaguars. Hopefully we'll join. But 18 drivers is more than enough. Now, apparently I was supposed to listen out for what is going on at the beginning. Apparently things are being said. I'm not 100% too sure.
Green light, go, go, go.
Okay, right, here we are then. We're into qualifying. I've got the coffee next to me because I need to wake up a little bit. Quite a few Jaguars going out early. I think we might as well do the same as well. So here we are then, we're in the Lamborghini. Very different sounding car. It's going to be interesting to just see how competitive all these guys are. The majority of these guys will be taking part in the inaugural season. And longer races favour me usually. This car sounds absolutely beautiful with that screen. I'm pretty sure it is a V12 in the background, but in the downshifts, it just sounds lovely. It just reminds me of an old Formula 1 car from the 1950s. Okay, tyres are still coming in, so we'll take a couple of laps. Like I said, I did about 2 hours of racing last night with this car to try and perfect a setup that works well for me. Across the main straight at Monza. And here we go, first lap. Front tyres still coming in.
Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
Okay, we're P9 in a moment. Last of the guys that are set a lap. Tyres a bit better this lap, mate. Right, lost a little bit of time for a scar. We've got about a second and a half up at the moment. Okay, back up to P14 now. All 20 drivers are now here. 2 tenths up on our previous.
Slow car ahead.
That was better through there. Parabolica was messy, but it'll be about 6 tenths up again. Might just get myself inside the top 10 with that. Ah, P11. A lot of writers back here. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Yellow flag, be careful.
Should be our last lap then. A bit too deep into Variante outer. Going to need an absolute weldy on the final sector here if I'm going to improve with 3 tenths down.
Yellow flag in sector 2. Yellow flag ahead. Watch out in front. There's a slow car up ahead.
Nah, not great. Well, at the moment we're 12th on the grid. All the Jaguars are quicker than us by the looks of it.
Session is now over. Cut detected.
Cut detected. I'm still on the track. Anyway, there we go then. So a few people didn't set lap times. We were 13th in the end. No one else behind us can improve. Quickest lap time of 48.6. So a couple of them, only one of them managed to get into the 48s. These guys in the 49s. And then we are in P13. The stream is up as well. Apparently there's supposed to be an announcement during qualifying from the people in charge of a lobby or in charge of a stream, but because I'm streaming I can't hear it, so I've just asked in Discord if anything was there, and the owner is actually now replying. No, cool, okay, that's fine. Fine by me, that's all good, so I didn't miss anything, that's fine. We're on the grid now, so as you can see on the right hand side, mandatory stops. We've got a pit inside the pit window. If we pit before or after the pit window, it won't count. Well, if we pit during the mandatory stop, then we can pit afterwards if we want, that's fine. But we have to get rid of that one, we have to do it in the pit window, which I believe is 35 minutes long, so that's plenty of time. We don't need to do a tyre change, we don't need to do a driver swap, we don't need to refuel, but we are going to refuel because we won't be able to get to the end on a full tank of fuel. So, Okay, well 36 is going to be 10 laps apparently, but I reckon it's going to be 37. If we chuck in 70 litres worth of fuel and just wing it from there, we might have to change tyres as well. So that's all fine. Tyre set number 3 is fine. Fuel to add. I mean, you're looking at 40 litres would probably be 20 minutes. So 120, 150, 70. If we had another 70 and then go from there, we should be fine. So I think that's going to be the strategy for us. We'll go as long as we can into the stint. Just double check that has actually saved. Indeed it has. Tyre set number 3 starting on number 2, going to tyre set number 3. Yep, that's fine, because I think we're going to have to change tyres as well. So once we come out of this page, just double check that we do have the well, we should have fuel level 70. That's good, very, very good. We've got a full racing lap here as well. Sorry, a full lap on the formation lap, I should say. And here we go then. This is the inaugural event on Assetto Corsa, on the PlayStation side of things. I believe they've got some PC stuff running as well. A majority of these guys are probably going to be in the first actual GT3 season. And we've done okay, I think, qualifying in 13th. We're right in the middle of a big group of Reiter cars. We can battle, obviously.
32nd.
But ideally, it is Jaguar versus Reiter. So you kind of want to put the best performance in that you can. Just making sure all this is okay. Fuel to add 70. Change tyres, yes. Yep. I'll take a P13.
Going single file.
So 19 laps it's saying for me, which is
Low tire pressure, stay away from curbs.
maybe don't upshift into second. Don't know if non-contact is on a formation lap. I'd rather not risk it. So I think 19 laps is probably going to take us up to about 35 minutes into the race, which is almost bang on. All very exciting, this. Famous last words, but hopefully we have a clean first lap. First chicane, there's going to be problems in this race. Ascari as well is a hot spot for accidents and incidents, certainly on the exit, as cars bounce over them exit curves. We have to make sure to when we make our pit stop that we don't speed. I've practiced. That car has stopped. Don't know what that was about.
Going double file.
Okay, that was a bit of a mess. Here we go then. 75 minutes. With some very quick guys.
Green line, give it all you got. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Oh, there's already contact up ahead. There's a Lamborghini off into the wall. We'll take it very nice and carefully around here. Okay, we've definitely gained positions. Not too sure how much. There's a Jaguar behind, rejoining the track. We've got two Lamborghinis and a Jaguar just ahead of us. Not too sure what position we're in. Definitely not 19th. We've got to wait for the positions to scroll through. Oh, I've been bumped. Lucky I didn't spin us and it spun him.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Okay, P8 apparently, so we've made 5 positions up off the start. Good start that. But now I know I've got some quick guys behind me. If you're gonna go, mate, go. Okay, we check the damage now. 1.8 seconds, that's fine. But as first laps go, we couldn't have asked for much better there. 5 positions up. We've got a Jaguar up my arse. I have put a little bit extra wing on just to help me in the slower corners. This Jag's looking.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Couple of people already making pit stops. So easy to spin this car in them first 2 chicanes. Rest of that feels okay. Oh, what's happening up here? One of the Lambos has gone wide. .77 litres a lap at the moment. really do crash over those curbs for a Ascari. More cars further back, as you can see on the exit of Sky at the crash. As I said, that is a hot spot. Oh, mate.
Damage on the front.
Was that me braking too late? Would I have gone straight on if I didn't use him as a brake? I do feel as though I'm quicker than him. Someone's being off, there's a lot of dust ahead of us. Are they 3 wide? Oh, it's a blue flag because someone's being off. So we've already got back markers. Up to P8.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Okay, well that went about as well as expected. Okay, we need to focus and regroup here.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Definitely faster than these two ahead of me.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the left.
Dude,
Well done, mate. Pressing the fastest lap.
it's a drag race now, but he's winning.
Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
That's what I wanted to do, get past him as quickly as possible, really. So I'm definitely faster than him. Please don't try into a Sky, mate.
We have some light damage in the rear of the car.
Jesus Christ.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
So fuck battling the Jaguars, we're just going to fight amongst ourselves, yeah boys? The objective is to beat the Jaguars here. Not really happening at the moment. We're sort of fighting amongst ourselves. Oh no! Oh!
Box, we have to repair the car.
Oh, that's a biggie. That could be a game over for us. Oh. Just drifted a little bit wide there with the understeer. This car is destroyed. Clip the glass, that spun the car into the wall. We've had an absolute biggie here. Okay. Okay, we're going to add a shed load of fuel to the car. We're going to change the tyres. Unfortunately, it's not the pit window. Race is over now for a competitive finish. But we'll try our very, very best to... I mean, I'm pretty sure we're going to be last. Oh man, that sucks. That sucks so much. We'll carry on though. Still an hour's worth of racing. Other people can have big crashes and lose time. Unfortunately, this wasn't in the pit window, so we are going to have to stop in the pit window. We are probably going to fall to last place here. But we'll add as much fuel as we can. could have saved ourselves 30 seconds by not changing the tyres, but we will gain a little bit of time back from some of these people, obviously, because they will obviously change tyres and have to stop for fuel in the window. We don't need to. Okay, we're about 20 odd seconds ahead of the guys in 19th and 20th. Don't know where 18th is. Everyone else is pretty much a lap ahead of us at this point. So we're racing for honours now.
Pit window is opening.
That sucks. Crash happened a lap later. Okay, the pit window is open for 45 minutes, so we're just going to drive now. We're just going to go. We've got fresh tyres, we've got a full tank of fuel. We're just going to go, just see what happens when we do come in. Might need a little bit of extra fuel. Because we only really burnt up probably a third of our tank. Other things that might help us a little bit is the fact that when we do decide to pit in the window, we want to be in the actually stopped in the pits for a very short period of time, even if we do need a splash of fuel. Won't change the tyres, that will save us 30 seconds. People here make mistakes, get track limits, they get penalties. Speeding in the pits, get penalties.
Yellow flag ahead. Good job. Slow car ahead.
That was P17, that was off. We obviously have a bit of pace about us because we've got a fairly full tank of fuel, pretty much full, and we've just set our personal best of the race so far, which is frustrating. You know about Jags off the road? Makes a position gained, P17. The fight back is on. Now I'm pretty sure everyone ahead of us has lapped us. We've gone up to 13th as lapters. The leader's close to lapping us for a second time.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Another PB. And immediately lose that position back to the Jag. Another lap completed then. Oh, I hate it when people straight line the first chicane, it puts you off as well.
Yellow flag, be careful.
Oh, there's a car off to the left. Personal best, 53.0. All we can do is just keep going. Being caught by the guy in P18 as well, actually. That little cut wasn't ideal, but if you slow down enough and give up a few seconds, or don't gain an advantage, you don't get a track warning. You get too many track warnings. I think it's either 3, you get 2 warnings, and the third time you get a drive-through, which will completely screw your race. Laps completed, half hour into this race, almost at half distance. Running P17 after a massive crash. 10 minutes into this race. Mistakes like that aren't going to help me. Jaguar behind, looming large now. Won't be too long until he's past me. He was catching me a couple of seconds a lap anyway, even without the mistakes.
Car on the right. Faster cars approaching. Watch out. Clear on the right.
Got the leader behind me as well now.
Faster car coming up behind you. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Well, we've now been lapped twice. Quite a few people yet to actually stop in this pit window. Which is still 25 odd minutes left of it. So people obviously going as long as they can. Oh, come on. To P16 now, someone else is retired. All we can do is just keep pounding round. You never know what might happen. half distance in this race now, pretty much. Don't think we need to stop for fuel or tyres. It's just a shame that we couldn't pit in the window due to that damage.
Yellow flag ahead, watch out in front.
Now, admittedly, if I'd have known that the window was going to open up in a couple of minutes, I probably would have done another lap with a heavily damaged car. But we were told it was a 35-minute window, not a 45-minute window.
Halfway through, not over yet.
Cars from the pits this lap, as it is pretty much half distance now.
There's a car leaving the pit lane, watch out. Faster car coming up behind, watch out.
We're actually battling this car ahead of us, but he has completed his pit stop, we haven't. So when some of these guys might have a bit of damage, changing tyres, adding fuel, so it'll be fairly long stops for them as well. Not as long as ours, a minute and a half. I mean, we was in the pits for an entire lap. Car feels okay, to be honest. Mr. CJ now pits, so up to P15. As ever, the plan for us is to go as long as possible. There you go, the guy in 13 has a drive-through penalty. So he's cut the course too many times. But he's got a drive-through and he's yet to complete his mandatory stop as well. Might be a few more of them in this race that might benefit us.
Yellow flag, be careful there. There's a slow car up ahead.
And that Fury Fox has just been off the road as well, so he's only 5 seconds up. He's got a drive through to serve. That could be a position gained.
Faster car coming up behind you.
Indeed, he's in the pits now, serving that drive through.
Well done, mate. This has been your personal best.
P14. Two guys behind me that need to lap me.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Well, that's one way of letting them both through.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
These guys are fighting over 5th and 6th. "14 minutes left of the pit window, to bear that in mind." P11. What's a P11? Don't know what happened, but I think about 3 or 4 people have suddenly just retired. Don't know whether they lost connection or not. We've only got 14 runners. I've just shot right up to P11. So I can only assume that 3 or 4 people just suddenly got a disconnection, which does unfortunately happen in this game. It has happened to me before. Or there was a big crash involving multiple cars and they've all decided to go, nah, screw this. Okay, 25 minutes left. Update on the fuel. I think we won't need to add any. I think we'll be okay.
Slow car ahead.
So that will save us a couple of extra seconds in the pits, at least. And those couple of seconds we've just lost. Oh, come on. Okay, come on, refocus. Just keep pounding around. That's all we can do right now. The guy on P6 is a drive-through.
Faster car coming up behind. Watch out.
Okay, getting close to the end of the pit window now. We are okay on fuel. Don't know how far behind P12 is. We should be okay, to be honest. Oh, and Gunnar Gamble, the guy that was leading, has a 30-second stop-go penalty. Wow. That's killed his race. Okay, into lap 29, we'll be pitting at the end of this lap. Just to get rid of our mandatory. I'm pretty sure that all we have to do is just come down the pit lane, obviously not speed, stop in our pit box for like, I I don't know, a couple of seconds and then just go again. And that should clear our mandatory, because you don't have to, we don't need fuel, we don't need tyres. So fuel to add, 0. Change tyres, no. Change brakes, no. Suspension and bodywork, everything is fine.
Mandatory stop is now clear. Come on, let's go.
And that's what there is to it. We remain in P11. All we've got to do now is just try and keep it together, minimise the mistakes, minimise time lost, letting faster cars through. Quarter of an hour left. At least we're going to finish, hopefully. 6 others haven't. We're now 2 laps behind Gunnar Gamble, but yeah, there's 30-second stop go and he's got to serve, otherwise he will be disqualified. There through Parabolica, but it don't matter too much. The wall is catching us. The wall. Gunnar Gamble now pits in for his 30-second stop go, so the lead will go to whoever's in P2 at the moment. So technically we're only 1 lap off the lead now. Shame about that crash at the start. The fact that I even managed to drive back to the pits is a miracle. If it weren't for that, I mean, we lost a lap, so we'd be where we are now. Another yellow flag out there. It'd be nice for someone else to drop out just to give myself a top 10. Tyres are starting to give me just a little bit of trouble. Getting there slowly. Oh, that is shocking. Do need to calm down a little bit, because on present pace we'll be fine in 11th, but if I keep making mistakes like that, the guys in 12th are going to catch me, so let's just calm down from the last 6 or so laps. Tyres are definitely crying a little bit, that's for sure. Sliding it through the second chicane. Oh, no, 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 it's not good.
The faster car is approaching.
Okay, now we are in a bit of trouble. 12th and 13th, not a million miles away now. Didn't need this pressure just before the end of the race. The lead up. So we'll be that twice then. Oh, come on, man. Try and stay with a leader if I can. Just don't wreck him, my God. There's going to be 3 laps left at the line. That'd have been a headline, wouldn't it? Newcomer Rex leader with 5 minutes to go. Get my defensive shoes on here. People are making pit stops, as you can see, at the very end, so some of them obviously needed to make splash and dashes, didn't get their fuel calculations right. Where are you going, sir? We're going to have a 2-lap battle with Falguest then to try and hold on to his P11 if we can. Come on. 2 laps. Is anyone else going to run out of fuel with a couple of minutes to go? We're not, we're okay. Done the maps correctly. Still there, but we're maintaining a decent gap. Minute and a half left, so this will be the final lap we're about to start, because there's a leader just ahead of us.
Right, man, leader is on the final lap. Give it all you can.
Final lap then. Can we get P11? We're 2 laps down. We had a massive crash in the first 15 minutes. Fell back to, I think, 18th it was. Few retirements. We've risen to P11. Fuel light is flashing. I don't care. What we've now got is a guy in P12 all over me. It's going to be a drag to the line.
Leader has finished the race. Clear on the right. Alright.
Fuck, he got me.
Good job, mate. You did your best. Bring it back to the pits.
He got me. He got me. He got me. Missed out by 400ths of a second. Yeah, it should have been so much better, to be honest. I mean, that crash, I must have lost 30 seconds crashing and recovering to the pits, and then we was in the pits for a whole lap. We lost a whole lap. Really disappointing. Don't know where we would have finished. I mean, just a lap down. I think we would have just finished a lap down, so we could have been 5th, 6th, something like that. That's a shame, but it's a social event. It's nice to be invited to it. The new season will kick off probably in the next few weeks, I could assume. Okay, looks like a few people unfortunately did get disconnected from that session, so not too sure really where we would have been. I still think we would have been 6th or 7th, to be honest. Yeah, I mean the wall was I think 20 seconds ahead of us and we lost an entire lap, so I reckon, yeah, 7th I think we should have been in that race if it wasn't for that massive accident. So a big shame. There we go.
Go, go, go.
So back to practice. Not that it matters too much. We might as well just quit now. Go back to the main menu, and that'll be that then. Just going through the Discord at the moment. A few people apologising for other contacts, and yeah, 4 people got disconnected, which is why I went from 18 to 14 mid-race suddenly. It does happen, unfortunately. I've been disconnected from race sessions before, and it is kind of annoying when it does happen because you can rejoin after a few minutes, but it essentially makes you rejoin like it's the first lap. So if you, basically it's if you get disconnected from the race, there's no point rejoining because you will be X amount of laps down. You know, if it's 20 minutes in a race, you're 20 minutes behind. Simple as that. It doesn't like reset you. It's not like in F1 games where if you disconnect, you can rejoin, retake over your AI controlled car. That will lose a little bit of time. In here it's just like, nope, it's like you're joining the session for the first time. So if it's halfway through the race, the only reason you'd rejoin is practice, basically, more than anything else. There'd be no other reason to do it. It's a shame then, that crash. It was a biggie. If it wasn't for that, I think a top 6, definitely a top 7 would have been on, which would have been nice. Don't know, I know a Jags won the race. I think they've won it overall, to be honest. We'll have to look back at results, see if there was any points or anything like that. But it was fun anyway. Shame as well towards the end there. The tyres were starting to go off a little bit. Full guest caught me and out-dragged me to the line by 400ths. Otherwise it would have been a P11. But it was a good invitational event to be a part of. Again, if it wasn't for that crash, I think we could have had a very respectable position. But it's still experience anyway. I have signed up to the new season that will probably be starting, I assume, in the next few weeks. There's no real dates yet. And I've signed up to go back into the Porsche, which you and I are all familiar with. So, familiar car for me to drive again around whatever circuits that the SimZone decides to do. That'll be it then for me for the rest of this weekend. I'll probably resume F1 2020 Sprint Mode Championship in the next few days. Probably do a couple of more seasons and that'll be it. I think I have now got F1 2021. I've yet to play it, but I did get it today. It is all updated and downloaded on the system, so I might have a little play with it in a little while, maybe tomorrow morning before I go to work, and just to see what the game is like before I do make the switch from 2020 over to 2021. As for this stream, if you have dropped in and out at various points and you enjoy the content, a like and a subscribe would be very much appreciated to let me know that you enjoy the content I'm doing. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. Take care, and I'll see you all soon.